welcome. Welcome to Updawg-Yoga. My name is Emily. You can also call me Updawg-Yoga. This is my online yoga studio. This is where I host yoga classes. Hopefully you've seen some of my videos, and if you haven't, welcome. If you have, welcome back. I'm so glad to see you. So today is my first live. This is the first time I've ever gone live on YouTube. I usually go live on the Updawg-Yoga Facebook page every Friday from 7 to 7:30 Eastern Standard Time. So if you're on Facebook at that time, feel free to hop on, follow my page there. I would really appreciate it. But if you're here, I am so glad you're here. Welcome. So I posted the last full-length video that I posted was on wheel pose, and that was a full back bend. And I wanted to add a full class to that. So this is what today is going to be. It's going to be a full class. So I hope you're buckled in because it's going to take a long time. I was like trying to do the math on my notes. I was like, is it going to be 30 minutes? Is it going to be 45 minutes? Is it going to be an hour? I'm not really sure yet. Welcome. I'm not really sure how long this class is going to be, but we're going to do wheel pose. Yeah, does that sound good? So my plan is, so in my last video, I did 6 wheel poses in a row. My goal is not to do 6 wheel poses in a row. It's to do 2 bridges and then follow it with 2 wheel poses and then 2 different variations of wheel pose. So we'll do like one leg in the air. And I'll also try to, at the very end, I'm going to try to be on my forearms in wheel pose. It may not go well, so if it doesn't happen, just stick with wheel pose. If you can't do wheel pose at all, that's okay. Stick with bridge pose. Bridge pose is my absolute favorite pose of all time. Of all the yoga poses, I love bridge pose, so stick with bridge pose. Let's see. If I keep glancing over here, I have some notes in case I get lost because this is a live. I don't want to get nervous and then like lose my place. I also have children in the next room, so if we hear banging on the door, I'll have to go help them and then come back and figure out where we're at. So take a moment to get comfortable. Let me just make sure that the camera is set up so you can see everything. All right. This is my daughter's mat right here. So she's not going to be here today though. Oops. But if you're ready to get started for this class, I'm going to use this mat right here. Hopefully you can see. It's like super dark now because of the time change. And I really need a new light behind my camera, but we'll do the best we can. Okay, so let's start seated for this class. And I don't think I'm going to use any props. Like some yoga classes use a lot of props. I try to stay away from yoga props because I know everybody doesn't own all the props that you need. And when I go to teach places like gyms or just anywhere, like outside, like who's gonna bring a whole stack of props? And at one point I did, but it was like, you know, we didn't really use them anyway. So if you have props, you feel free to use them. If you don't have props, I'm not going to use them, so you can follow along with me. So let's start seated, and you can have a seat. I like to sit cross-legged, but if you need to sit another way, that's fine too. You put your hands on your knees, sit up tall, and close your eyes. And then all you have to do here, what I always do at the beginning of my yoga practice, is you just tune into your breath. You tune out the noise going on around you, and you tune inward, okay? So close your eyes, deep breath in, deep breath out. Slow deep breath in and long deep breath out. Just 3 more breaths here. And then you can blink your eyes open just to keep everything balanced, because the whole point of this yoga practice or any yoga practice is to bring the body into balance. So we're going to balance out, bring the other leg in front, sit up tall, close your eyes. Just take 3 more breaths here. Deep breath in and slow deep breath out. You're welcome to flip your palms up. This is open to receive, or palms down for grounding energy. And anytime you feel lost, if you're following along with me, feel free to come back here and have a seat. Take as long as you need. And then meet me back when you're ready to move on. Sound good? Let's start on hands and knees in cat-cow. So on your hands and knees, you'll put your hands underneath your shoulders and your knees hip distance apart from a flat back. Inhale, drop your belly, let your spine go saddle back. Exhale, round your spine, bring your chin to your chest. Inhale, drop your belly. Exhale, round your spine. And just 3 more times. And feel free to like move around too. You can circle your neck or your hips. My students do all kind of like weird things that I've never seen. They twist and all that. And if I think it's cool, I'll bring it into the classes. So you might see a couple of them. And then come back to flat back. This time downward facing dog. So for that, you can walk your hands slightly forward, tuck your toes, lift your hips. So spread your fingers wide, balance on the balls of your feet, drop your head. And as you breathe here, you can pedal your knees, bend one knee, bend the other. The first sign of an intermediate practice, in my opinion, is that this pose starts to feel good. So in order to do that, you want to spend lots of time in this pose. Move around, bend both knees, press your chest towards your thighs, drop your head. Press the floor away, draw your belly in, and then look forward, walk your feet towards your hands, grab elbows, take your feet wide, drop your head, gently sway side to side. Then drop your arms, bend your knees slowly, roll yourself up to standing, 1 vertebra at a time. So take a moment. I'm just going to take a moment, just like we did seated to turn inward. This time we'll stand and turn inward. Okay, so either with your feet hip distance apart or with your feet together. Hands in prayer, close your eyes, deep breath in, deep breath out. 2 more. And let go of the need to be perfect throughout this practice. Let go of the need to judge yourself and just have fun. Be in the moment. All right, blink your eyes open. Sun salutation A. I'm going to turn to the short end of my mat. Inhale, mountain pose, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Bend your knees. Oops, drop your head, look to your shins. Inhale, halfway lift. Put your hands on your shins or your thighs. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair pose. Sit down into a chair. Reach up. I know it's kind of weird here, but press your heels down. Press your thighs back. Exhale, forward fold. And again, inhale, halfway lift. This time, exhale, plank. Plant your palms. Step your feet back. So now I'm in a plank. Right? You want to make your back flat like a piece of wood. So hips are in line with your shoulders. Look forward. Extend through the crown of your head. Hold and breathe. Or shift forward and chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Point your toes into your mat. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lift your hips up. Press back. Drop your head. Breathe. All right. One more time like that. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, forward fold. Walk your feet to your hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, mountain pose. Reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair pose. Bend your knees, sink your hips, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, find your plank. So plant your hands, walk your feet back. Hold and breathe. Press the floor away. So in wheel pose, right? We press the floor away, we're just upside down. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. 3 big breaths here. Now, normally I exhale through my nose, but I'm a little stuffy, so I might exhale through my mouth a lot tonight. Okay, inhale, lift your right leg up. Exhale, low lunge. Step your right foot in between your hands. And if you get halfway and your foot doesn't make it, you grab your ankle with your right hand, place it there. Drop to your back knee. All right, come up, crescent moon. Yay! So here it is. Pull your right hip back, left hip forward. Imagine you're dragging your right heel to the back of your mat. So you feel a little bit of resistance. Reach up, breathe. Inhale. Exhale, half split. Hands down, lift your right toes, fold. Drop your head. Breathe. And then look forward, standing splits. Walk your hands forward. Float your right leg up. Drop your head. Spread your left toes. Okay, inhale. Exhale, low lunge. Step your hands back. Bring your left foot back. Land on the ball of your foot. Inhale, warrior two. Come all the way up. Yay, now we're just standing. So your right toes are straight ahead. Bend your right knee, draw your belly in. Look to your fingertips. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Yay. Yay. Okay, inhale. Exhale, side angle pose. Right forearm to your thigh, left arm up to the sky. Look straight ahead or turn your head, look up to your thumb. Breathe. And then inhale, reverse warrior. So you'll bend your right knee, flip your right palm up, and come into a side bend. Yay. Look up to your thumb, breathe. All right, inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog or chaturanga. Right, so right foot back is down dog. Stay here or chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Other side, inhale, lift your left leg up. Exhale, low lunge. Step your left foot in between your hands. Lower to your back knee. Inhale, crescent moon. Or some people call it kneeling warrior or low lunge, whatever it is. Instead of like worrying about the stretch, you want to try to create resistance. So pull your left hip back, right hip forward. Imagine you're dragging your left heel back. Reach your arms up, breathe. Inhale. Exhale, half split, hands down, lift your left toes, fold. And then look forward, standing split. So you walk your hands forward, plant your left foot down, float your right leg up. Drop your head, look to your shin, breathe here. So we're making our legs strong to press away from the floor and wheel. Inhale. Exhale, low lunge, step back. Inhale, warrior two, come up. And reach your arms wide. Yay, so left toe straight ahead, turn your head, look to your left fingertips. 3 big breaths. Inhale. Exhale, side angle pose, left forearm to your thigh, right arm up, look up to your thumb. Inhale, reverse warrior, bend your left knee, reach your left arm up. Big side bend, look up to your thumb. So make sure there's a lunge in your knee. Inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Stay here, or instead of chaturanga, well, we are going to do chaturanga, but we're going to take a different back bend. So this time, inhale, plank. Exhale, lower to your belly, all the way down. Inhale, locust pose. Lift your arms, lift your chest, point your toes. Hold and breathe. So lift your toes, lift your head. Inhale. Exhale, release. Lower down. Hands underneath your shoulders. Inhale, plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. 3 big breaths. Drop your head. And anytime you need to rest, you can lower down and sit like this with your head above your heart. If you're ready to move on, next standing series. Inhale, lift your right leg up. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, crescent moon, lower to your back knee, reach up. So again, right hip back, left hip forward, pull your right foot back. So without actually doing it, just energetically. This side, inhale, tuck your back toes. Exhale, pyramid pose. Bring your hands down, straighten your right leg, fold. Drop your head. For less of a stretch, bend your right knee, more of a stretch, pull your right hip back. Inhale, crescent lunge. So lift your back heel like a lunge, and then come all the way up into a high lunge. Yay, sink down, breathe here, pull your belly in. Focus on one spot in front of you. Inhale, exhale, warrior 2, back heel down, arms wide. Here we are again. It always looks like there's something underneath me. That's a turkey that my daughter made. Turn your head, look to your fingertips. Now from here, look down, see where you're going. Move into half moon. So this is where you may want to block. You probably won't even need it. So look down, right toe stay straight ahead. Float your back leg, look at the ground. So you can use the block or float your hands. Lift your left foot higher than your hip. Look at the ground to keep your balance. Hold for 3, 2, and 1. Step back to warrior 2. Inhale. Exhale, low lunge. Okay. This time into your lizard lunge. Left or right foot to the edge of your mat. Left foot back. Lower to your back knee. And reach back and try to grab your foot. Okay. You can stay here, or you might be able to lift your foot off the mat. Woo, that's a huge stretch. You can either keep your thumb up, this time point your thumb down. Let your chest sink down. So now you feel it in your quad. Okay, release your foot, hands. Inhale, plank, or exhale, downward facing dog. Stay here or chaturanga, regular flow. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your left leg up. Exhale, low lunge. Drop to your back knee. Inhale, crescent moon, come up. Okay, breathe here. Left hip back, right hip forward. Imagine you're dragging your left heel back. Inhale, tuck your back toes. Exhale, pyramid pose. Straighten your front leg, fold. Yay, drop your head. For less of a stretch, bend your left knee. For more of a stretch, pull your left hip back. If your hands don't touch the mat, you just need yoga blocks underneath your hands. Inhale, crescent lunge. So right foot lifts, or right foot back, and your heel lifts is what I mean to say, and come all the way up. Whoa. Focus, sink down, breathe here, straighten your back leg. Inhale, exhale, warrior 2, right heel down, arms wide, look to your left fingertips, breathe. So find that ocean-like rhythm to your breath to stay calm, because this part is scary. Look down, half moon. Walk your left hand forward. Oh, one more time. Walk your left hand forward. Float your back leg. Lift your foot higher than your hip. Keep looking at the ground to stay balanced. yoga block. This is not my best side. Hold for 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, warrior 2. Exhale, low lunge, hands down. Okay, lizard lunge on this side, so lift your back heel. Left foot to the edge of your mat or even off your mat. Drop to your back knee. Yay, stay here or reach back like you're gonna shake someone's hand or grab your foot. Okay, if you can grab your foot, woo, pull it in. Either thumb up or for deeper stretch, thumb down. Oh, Charlie horse. All right, let your chest sink lower. So chest towards the floor. And then when you're ready, come back. Inhale, plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Now we're doing our different flow. Inhale, plank. Exhale, lower to your belly. This time, bound locust. Interlace your hands. Inhale, lift your feet, lift your chest. Reach your arms back. Hold and breathe. 3 breaths. Keep pointing your toes. Keep lifting. And release. Hands underneath your shoulders. Inhale, plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. 3 big breaths. And of course, I'm going to rest because I have to talk. Slow down. All right, last standing round, and then we'll go into our bridges and wheel poses, so stick with me. Downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your right leg up. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, crescent lunge, come all the way up. Sink down, so this is our high lunge. Breathe. Inhale. Exhale, revolve, crescent lunge, hands in prayer. Hook your left elbow across your right thigh. Lift your chest up, hands to heart center. Now look down, revolved half moon. So you're gonna launch forward, float your back leg, twist your right arm up. This is a huge pose. If you don't get it, don't worry. Inhale. Exhale, release your hand down, pyramid pose. Straighten your front leg, back heel down, fold. Inhale, low lunge, send your back foot back, bend your right knee. Exhale, wide forward fold. This is our resting pose. Big toes in one line, edges of your feet are parallel to the edges of your mat. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Drop your head and hang. Or grab your ankles and hang, bend your knees, relax your head. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, low lunge, so turn to the right side. Okay, we're gonna go into half pigeon. So lower to your back knee. Send your foot towards your groin and your right knee behind your right wrist. Okay, tuck your left toes, lift your left leg, wiggle it back. Yeah, and you can walk your hands back, lift up. Stay here. Or our very favorite pose, or not so favorite, right hand forward, lean to your right side so you can reach back and grab your foot. Yay, so either thumb up or pivot your thumb down, turn your chest down. Hips down. Ooh, it's such a huge stretch on your hips. Jason Crandall, thank you so much for showing me this. And then release. Yay, downward facing dog. Tuck your back toes, lift your back knee, and slide your right leg back. Stay here or chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your left leg up. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, crescent lunge, come up. Exhale, revolve, crescent lunge. And if you feel yourself slipping, get a good mat, like an expensive one. It's really helped me out a lot to keep me from slipping. Although I do slip every now and then. Probably every single time I practice I slip, but the mat does make a difference. And then look down. Revolve half moon. So launch forward, right hand forward, float your back leg, twist your left arm up. So flex your toes. You can't really see me because I have it vertical. Hold for 3, 2, and 1. Pyramid, hands down. Straighten your left leg, fold. Inhale, low lunge, send your right foot back, bend your left knee. Exhale, wide forward fold. Pivot to the long side of your mat, drop your head. Hang here, or interlace your hands behind your back. Small bend in your knees, lean forward. And then relax your arms. Okay, we're gonna go to pigeon. So inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, low lunge. To your left foot. And then lower to your knee. Bring your left foot towards your groin. And left knee behind your left wrist. So it's like a backward 7 shape. That's what we usually say. Tuck your right toes, lift your right knee. And you can wiggle your foot back. That will hopefully get you a little bit deeper. Walk your hands back. Yay. Stay up here. You can also fold. Or try your back foot grab. So lean to the left side. Reach back with your right hand. This may be enough. Or grab your foot. Come back to center. You don't want to stay leaning too much. Otherwise, we'll miss the whole point of the stretch. So thumb up or thumb down. Chest down. All right, release your foot. Inhale, plank. So tuck your toes at your knee. Exhale, downward facing dog. Stay here. Or one last flow. Inhale, plank. Exhale, lower to your belly. Inhale, locust pose, but with bow arms. So bend your knees. Reach back like you're going to grab your feet. Instead of grabbing your feet, lift your knees, lift your chest, breathe. So use that imagined resistance of kicking your feet back, of lifting your chest. Inhale, exhale, release. I'll have to rest for a second. All right, hands underneath your shoulders. Inhale, plank. Exhale, down dog. Yay, lower to your knees. Yay, we made it this far. Rest. So now that we're nice and warm for wheel pose, we're gonna do 2 bridges, 2 wheels, possibly a one-legged bridge or wheel, and possibly a forearm wheel. And towards the end, if I get too tired, I may cut those, but we'll see. So when you're ready to move on, of course you can towel off, sip some water. Lie on your back. So let me fix my mat for a second. Okay, lie on your back. And how I like to do that is to one side and then lie on my back. All right, you set up for bridge pose. With your feet hip distance apart, your hands beside your hips. Look straight up. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, bridge. Lift your hips up, hold and breathe. And after your 8th breath, if you didn't count, that's okay. You can just lower with me, gently lower down and rest. Either rest here like this or feet together, knees wide, right hand to belly, left hand to heart. Close your eyes. And then for rest, I usually take the same amount of breaths that I did in the bridge. You can take 8 breaths here. If you need more breaths, please take them. And we'll set up the same as we did the first bridge. Bend your knees, hands beside your hips, look up, inhale, prepare. Exhale, bridge. Feet down, hips up. And you can keep your hands beside you or interlace your hands. So heels down, chest up, neck open and relaxed. Okay, inhale. Exhale, release your hands, lower your hips, and rest. Knees bent or feet together, knees wide. One hand to belly, one hand to heart. Close your eyes. All right, now we're going to try our wheel pose. If you'd like to stick with bridge, stick with bridge. Please stick with bridge. If you'd like to try wheel, I'll walk you through it. Let me scoot so you can see. All right, so you set up like bridge, but the difference is I take my feet as wide as my mat. That will help, anytime there's a wider base, it helps you lift, okay? Take your hands, tuck them in by your ears, okay? And if you just lift like this, like bridge, that's fine. That's great practice, okay? As you lift your hips, you're going to lift onto the crown of your head. So inhale, prepare. Exhale, crown of your head. And if you can, press into your hands, lift your chest. Oh, this is huge. Hold and breathe. So keep lifting your hips. Press your chest towards the wall. When you're ready, crown of your head comes down first. Then you lower your hips and try not to rush it. Try not to go super fast. Sometimes it's like, it's a crash landing. You want to avoid that, but, gravity is real. So however you get there, you're going to get to the floor. No judgments. Feet together. One hand to your belly, one hand to your heart. Rest for 8 breaths. We're going to do wheel pose for the same length of time. If you just had your hips up and not your head, that's fine. You're going to keep practicing. That's what this is we just keep practicing stuff until we get into it and amaze ourselves. And then some poses I've never been able to do, and that's okay. I'm just going to keep trying them until I get it. All right, let's do it again. Take your feet wide. Tuck your hands in. Bend your elbows. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, lift. So press into your feet, lift your hips, crown of your head first. And then lift your chest. Keep lifting. And then when you're ready, lower down, crown of your head first. Then hips, and rest. Hey, we did 4. That is so awesome. If we wanted to stop now, that would be awesome. That's more than I usually do in a yoga class. We usually do like 1 or 2 and then class is over. We're going to try to do 2 more. The other funny thing about these huge back bends is I always feel like I have like too much air in my brain or something. Like it's like happy juice. It just makes you so happy because you have opened up all this area around your heart center. It's almost like a natural high. Let's not even get into that, but it's like you feel extra happy. All right, let's go for it. Bend your knees. If you're going for wheel, feet wide. If you're going for bridge, go for bridge. Inhale, repair. Exhale, lift. Now stay here. The variation, if you're doing a variation, you can lift one leg. And then lower down and switch sides. Take your time. And then lower down and rest. Yay, number 5, done. Feet together, knees wide, rest. Now this last round, I was going to try to lower to my forearms. I am not the best person to do this pose. I'm not very experienced at it, but I hope to be in the future. So I'm practicing this along with you just as a student, as an observer. Okay, I'm not sure if I'll be able to talk through it, but if you're going with bridge, stick with bridge. If you're going to wheel, stick with wheel. You do you. This time I want you to guide yourself. Okay, so set up. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, lift. Once I get to my forearms, I can't lift my head. When you're ready, lower down and rest. So either feet together, knees wide, or on the last one, I always like knees together and feet wide. One hand to your belly, one hand to your heart, rest. If you made it this far, thank you so much for sticking with me. You are awesome. And then with your feet as wide as your mat, just go side to side, right and left. Windshield wipers. Of course, I need a little more space. I got a giant wall right here. Hello, darling. That's my daughter. Almost done. And then hug your knees in. Drop your knees over to your left side. Reach your right arm out, look to your right hand. All right, knees up. Take your hips to the left, knees to the right, and spinal twist. Look in the opposite direction of your knee. My daughter's playing music. I hope I don't get muted for that music. Not sure if you can hear it. Let's slow down, soften your face, soften your jaw. And then we're going to come up. You can roll onto your back. This is where we'll very gentle and graceful with ourselves. As we move towards our final pose, put your hands underneath your knees. Rock up and down. Woo. And on your third rock, you can come all the way up. We're going to do a seated fourfold. There we go. So sit up tall, feet together. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. Grab your feet, or bend your knees and grab your feet. Close your eyes, chin to your chest. Slowly come back up. This time lie on your back. We'll stay on our backs. Happy baby pose. So once you're lying down, pull your knees into your armpits, grab your feet, gently rock side to side. Yay! All right, hug your knees into your chest. Big squeeze, maybe forehead to your knees. Inhale, exhale, release. Relax your head. Stretch your legs, arms to your sides, palms up, and close your eyes. Get as comfortable as you can, and then find stillness. Come back to your natural breath, melt onto your mat. For these YouTube videos, I usually take about 12 breaths here, but I recommend between 5 minutes and 10 minutes. But just for just for the entertainment value, I'm going to take 10 breaths here. And then if you're ready to come up like I am, wiggle your fingers and toes. Gently roll to one side. And then help yourself up. So press into your top hand, come up to a seat. Cross your legs, sit up tall, close your eyes. One more moment of stillness here. And then with your hands in prayer, let's close with our breath. Deep breath in, exhale it out. And one more time, deep breath in, exhale, let it all go. Thank you for sharing your practice with me. Have a wonderful rest of your evening. Namaste. The light in me honors the light in you. Thank you so much for sticking with me through this whole practice. Again, my name is Emily. This is Updawg-Yoga. I teach yoga classes here. Also post things that I think are funny or some of my family stuff as well. But thank you so much for being here. Let me know how I can help you. I have like links in the description to my Facebook page. If you want to follow me every Friday, I do a live there as well. I do daily tutorials. I'm trying to do tutorials here as well. So I hope you find them entertaining, and I hope you can learn some things. Yeah, I'm gonna end this live. Now I'll see you soon. I hope to do another live soon. I just have to think of like a topic to do. So have a great evening. Okay, I'm not sure how to turn this off. I apologize. Bye.